ladies and gentlemen, it's been a rough one for, those streamers. So if you haven't been paying attention, DJ Akademiks, Akadiddy, he made a video and crash out talking about apparently, allegedly, Lil Baby sent someone from his crew to get some straightening, you know what I mean? And now we got more of the story. Apparently, Akademiks says he wants to squabble with Lil Baby, and Lil Baby might have accepted. So we gonna watch this, him challenging Lil Baby. Then we gonna watch what actually happened, more of the story by Ty Lil, and then we're gonna go into more of it. Let's go.
Cause baby, if you got a problem with me, nigga, don't tell your mans you squashing it with me. Don't get on the phone, Rod Wave. I'll squabble up with you, nigga, anywhere, anytime. You ducked it, and then you had your ass assistant. Nigga, I'll squabble with you anytime.
Like I said, the thing about watching this whole thing or something with Diddler is that the cringe levels are, so I warn anybody, it's a cringe warning. This might get extra cringy. You might get secondhand embarrassment, which I get right now. And it's going to be extra hilarious. Remember this energy when Ty Lil, who is there apparently, and he's the one who said he set him up, says what actually happened. So,
nigga, you scrawny as fuck, nigga. You a drug addict, nigga. Stupid as fuck. What up?
I mean, some people say alcohol is a drug too. So, anything's possible. But anyway.
I've been on that, nigga. You DM me. You DM me where you at. I DM you where I'm gonna be at. You never showed up yourself trolling. Nigga, I will wash you anywhere, nigga. Facts. But we squashed it because Rod Wave is a mutual of ours. But
Rod Wave, I don't know why that's funny, but oh my God, this boy really is Wi-Fi Tupac right now. You would think, that's why I said remember this energy, because this Ty Lil part is hilarious. You would think with this energy that, all right, boy, everybody getting clapped up. He Vaughn right now. Huh?
Don't fake squash it and send your ass drawers holder to ever do nothing. So, nigga, when I called you in the morning and I said, bro, you did that? And baby, you gotta respond to it. I don't make this loud. You gotta respond to this. You're gonna either be or you're gonna stand on it and say, I did backdoor that thing. You thought we were cool?
This is another situation where I just say, this when Livingston comes out, where I go like, dog, you can just tell. That's why like this is so cringe. It's like you could just tell he don't even understand this energy like that he's giving off. He's just trying to regurgitate what he sees and what he thinks is tough because he lives vicariously through rap. So once again, I'll say this. Akademiks, right? I'm gonna call you your actual name. Akademiks, bro. Nobody sets somebody up and then tells that person they set them up. You know why you think that's a thing? Because you're chronically online and you're way too tapped in with drill rap and you think that's real life. That doesn't happen in real life. It just doesn't. People don't make content out of getting people. Okay? So when someone is actually trying to get you, actually trying to backdoor you, and he's not trying to sell records on top of it, what would be the purpose of him telling you he's going to do that? When you have admitted you're someone who will call the police. Which is fine, that's your prerogative. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying like, this is what pretending you're like a tough guy and actually being Livingston collide, because it's like you're talking like you're some tough guy or anybody would ever look at you like that. You're talking like you're like a gang member. You're like a gang when you're clearly not that. You're talking like you're not someone who's openly who you are. Let me say this again. Nobody is going to commit any crime with or to you and tell you about it. I don't know who you think you're looked at or how people look at you, but they look at you like the feds. So they're not going to tell you. They're going to just get you. That's my advice to you. Like, I know you're trying to make this like a scene from Goodfellas, and you're doing this for the internet. But like, anybody with half a brain is gonna stop be like, "Are you mad that Lil Baby didn't tell you he tried to set you up? If he did, allegedly, like, that's not how setting up works in real life, and that's how I know you probably haven't really been in any real situations in real life." Nigga.
When I asked you in the morning, you know what you said? So the first thing I said, yo, bro, you know when a nigga came up to me, he said some 4 p.m.
And that's another thing that's funny too, because Ak is such a chronically online person that he doesn't understand the concept of somebody doing some actual street stuff to you or some actual maybe criminality or something to you and not going around and bragging about it. He don't even understand that. So why didn't you say it was you?
4 p.m. shit. You know the first thing you said? Yo, Ak, chill, Ak, man, you on that police ass shit. You
Facts! That's why he's not gonna tell you. He told you.
scared of this 4 p.m. shit. Bet. Cool. I say, yo, nah, baby, like the nigga was. So he's like, Ak.
So hold on. You tell me Lil Baby, who's somebody who's literally openly been trying to duck a Rico, you're not. So Lil Baby, you wouldn't tell me that it was you and your gang? Ak, stop doing this, man.
What? You acting dumb. I said,
As
bro.
he should.
He said, yo.
All right, let's stop right here. That boy's starting to sweat. And here's another thing that Akademiks has been saying that, you know, the dude swung and didn't connect. I ask you, right, because, you know, I got my own opinion. I ask you, does this sound like somebody who didn't get hit? Would he be breaking a literal sweat and losing his breath? Now, I know he probably does that a lot, but off of this, if you think he didn't get connected, like this is just off of, no. That's why I think he did. That's just my opinion. Now, let's actually go to Ty Lil, the person who said to set him up. I don't really know anything about Homie. I'm going to just keep it gangster. But I only know about this. I've seen his face around. And he tells his side of the story. So let's hear about what happened.
Ak, you're going to blame it on me. One human being walked to your car, right? Y'all had a conversation. He smacks you. He gives you a lick. He gave you one lick.
I'm sorry. That was funny. Give you one lick, and then his homie. And they acted it out.
He smacks you. He gives you a lick. He gave you one lick.
That's why I said a little pat.
You drove off.
Uh-oh.
And I set that up.
And I'm going to keep it all the way gangster. Like I said, I don't know Homie like that. You know, I don't be paying attention to streamers. I've seen both of these dudes, you know what I'm saying? But I will say, I 100% believe that's what happened. Because think about it. Even in the story, it's like, so the dude, let's go with Axe thing. He swung on you and missed. Then what happened? He made it sound like it was a drive-by slapping. Like the dude drove by, rolled the window down. It was an old car. He had to roll like this. Rolled the window, papped him, and drove off. My G, if he was on feet and he papped you or swung at you, what happened next? So what I'm pretty sure happened is he got papped up right in his mouth, batted, you know, like a cat. How a cat be batting thing? Got batted like a cat in the mouth, bink. He did nothing. He ran home, cracked open some Hennessy. This is my thing, alleged what I think happened. Cracked open that liquid courage, took it to the neck, you know what I mean? Turned on his computer and turned into Wi-Fi Tupac. Yep. MacBookavelli. Oh, nah. MacBookavelli? That was off the top. Y'all got it. Yeah, y'all, if y'all tweet that, just give me my credit. That's all. He went in, turned on the MacBookavelli. Yep. Wi-Fi Pac. Got to tell him what he was going to do. What he going to do to Lil Baby. That don't even make sense. Somebody slap you and you go home. Hey, Lil Baby. And that's what I said. That's what it's like. That's why it's so cringy to me. And this is clearly just content with Akademiks. And this is just content for Akademiks. Because why are you doing that? Why do you want to fight Lil Baby? I want to fight your boss because this is a video game. That's why it's cringy. It's like, no, you're just going to the person who's going to give you the most clout to talk about. That's all you're doing. Because if this is really about you think someone's sweet or something, you're supposed to get the person who got you. And if later on, but nowhere, that's why I say, like, bro, if you want to play, I'm not a street dude. I've been around a lot of them. I grew up around a lot of, but I never, they was always respectable enough to keep me out of that stuff. You understand it? So what I say is, you're supposed to get the person who got you. It's not a you're supposed to get the person who got you, especially right there. And then later, if you want to talk to the person who sent them that you think he sent them, because it's like there is a reality that Lil Baby didn't send him, and this dude just didn't like you because a million people don't like. And I also think Akademiks is underestimating how many people want to pat him when they see him. So it's just like, how do you tie that to Lil Baby? Like, when he said, I'm not even going to go with the person who actually got me. I'm going to go with the person who I think did. It's like, that's what I was like, bruh, stop. You're not serious.
I set that up. I set that up.
That's another thing, too, where I go, like, Ak really believes that. That's why I go, I think he's underestimating how many people don't like him. Because he still thinks someone needs to, like, tell somebody to pat him. It's like, Ak, you gotta understand, there's a lot of people who pat you on GP. Like, that's why I was like, where do you just assume it's Baby because he's associated with Baby?
Come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. You don't gotta do that. You don't gotta do that, Ak. That nigga gave you one lick.
That's crazy. That's what I'm saying.
And I'll put that together. No, don't put that on Shaniqua's son.
I believe him. I 100% believe him. Because the story doesn't make sense. Like, you have to be a real online, never been in a real situation person for... Go back and watch my first video for what Akademiks is saying even makes logical sense. Like, I'm a civilian. Like I said, I'm a civilian. You know what I mean? I understand how certain things move, how you got to move in certain situations. I get it. So what doesn't make sense to me is you don't got to be some sort of crazy street dude to understand if someone walk up to you at a party, right, and bat you one time, and then you walk away, even if somebody else sent them, what do you look like going, I ain't even going to deal with the person who actually got me? Huh? I want to sanction the fight with the person. So, now let's go here. Apparently, Lil Baby might have accepted. That's what they said. Hold on.
Guys, I spoke with Lil Baby on the phone last night, by the way.
And by the way, I hate the fact that, you know, I wish I didn't have to cover this with Aiden Ross, but it's Aiden's person. It's through Aiden's event. Aiden's the one who's setting this up. So
Phone last night, by the way. He's down to fight Ak with a price. So I'm reaching out to anybody that can connect me with the right sponsorships to make this happen. Because he said he's down to box Akademiks for the right bag. Like, straight up, he said, I'll do it for the right money. Like, for the money, he'll do it. So I need someone to tell me who.
So apparently he ready to fight for the right amount of money, which makes sense because he's an artist, you know what I mean, and that makes sense. Okay, so Ak, you might get your dream come true. Now apparently there's a clip of Ak responding to this.
If you let Lil Baby agree and back out of this, I'm gonna hold it against you. I agree to whatever terms.
Okay, but Ak, I have to, Ak, I don't know.
Let me say this. We gonna have a slap fest, a death match, a boxing match. We can bet our lives. I don't care what it is. Gladiator. I'm down for any type of combat with Lil Baby.
Okay, but Ak.
You should be down for some of the person who actually backed you on time, but
I'm down. You need to make this happen. If he agrees, because I knew he pussy, he not gonna agree.
Okay. Yeah.
I will sign a contract.
Drop us on the phone, bro. Ak, listen. Just shh. Akademiks, listen. I have to get a price to Lil Baby. I'm gonna offer him tonight.
Let's sign a contract. If he wins, kill me. I win, I'm killing him. I'm down for anything.
there must be something that I could just smell when somebody don't really want. Akademiks doesn't want anything to do with this. Akademiks doesn't want anything to do with this. I'll be surprised if this goes any further. They're going to price each other out. It's either going to price each other out. There's going to be actual stipulations that Act's going to have behind the scenes, actual stipulations that Lil Baby has behind the scenes. And this is most likely not going to happen. And Act knows that. That's why he's talking like this. So it's just like, maybe I'm the only one who could smell stuff like this, but it's just like, oh my God. And then another thing I got to talk about too is Akademiks admitting that he takes money to say certain things or not say certain things is going to stain his career way more than any of this Lil Baby stuff could ever. Way past this. Akademiks better prepare himself for any time that he tries to break news, anytime he tries to give an opinion, anytime he tries to break down an album, he better be ready for the QC pay you to do this tweets. Even or comments, even if it's complete, has nothing to do with it. His word is cooked. Maybe that's why he's crashing out, but like, I think he's going to realize soon he already lost way more than Lil Baby could ever lose in this. The only way Lil Baby can lose is if they fight and Akademiks washes him. That's the only way, but I don't think that's going to happen. But even if that happens, the next time Akademiks tries to give his word, everybody better remember that he says he takes $30,000 to suppress his opinion, or he'll take $300,000 to say certain things or not say certain things. So it's cooked for you. It's cooked for Ak as a tastemaker. It's cooked. Not that he ever was. And I also said, shout out to all the people who have been listening to objectively horrible music, because this dude told you it was a vibe, and he was paid to tell you. You niggas was trying to convince yourself. This doo-doo music. No, it's a vibe. Man, I got a tweet coming soon.
All right, Ak, I'm going to get Ak. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, I will. All right, bye.
I don't want to see him anymore. Anyway, so we'll see it. Apparently he wants to do it, and I'll be here to cover it.